Welcome to another video, A Walk with Phil, and I'm here in West Bromwich. And tonight I'm going to take you to a street which claims to be the most brightly lit Christmas light street in West Bromwich. So we're going to go down there and have a look, but in the meantime what I thought I'd do is take you along Carter's Green, because now we've got all the Christmas lights on along the high street, and we've also got the tree lit up in Carter's Green. So let's go and check it out. Yeah, we're here on the high street. Just before we get to Carter's Green, I thought I'd show you just some of the shops just over here. Look how brightly lit these are with Polish, well, I don't know what that one is. Is it a Polish supermarket here or something? The Dunya supermarket. We've got a vape zone, and we've got a Kurdish barbers. Next to me here, to my right, we've got Lidl, and we're just going past Shaftesbury Street. We've got the Shaftesbury Casino on the corner, recently refurbished. And I'm going to show you a couple of things here tonight, just along here, which which you may have forgotten about, but I'll show you anyway. Just here, this big building here is called, it used to be the Social Security before they moved into Christchurch House, just further up the high street. You can see just here, look, it's all lit up and it's full of people. I never knew it was full of people. I didn't even know any of this place had been let off as flats. But yeah, it's all full of people. And this building here, I mentioned this before, it's gone to the planning to turn it into 128 apartments. That used to be the old tax office. I'll show you something here as well. Just here next to the casino. We've got the Wheat Sheaf, of course. Fine old pub. I think they have live bands there on a Saturday night. And just here, this one here, it's called B Cuts, and we know what it is now. It's probably one of these Turkish barbers now. It used to be Clive Basford, the world champion hairdresser's shop. Yeah, he won the title as world hairdressing champion in 1980. And it was Clive Basford's, and he was there for ages. And you know, this was the shop where I've got my first ever perm. Back in the 80s it was. Clive himself wasn't in there, he didn't do it. But it wasn't one of those curly perms, it was a kind of a straight perm. I loved it for a couple of days, and then it all went all kind of wild. But it's a Turkish barbers now, look, you can see. And he's actually got a bit of business going on in there. I think just this one here, Zaman Travels, it was in around about 2008, if anybody remembers, but the roof fell in. I think it was on this building here. Yeah, the roof fell in, somebody died. Happened about 12:30 in the morning. There's the old up pole there on the corner. Still going, still open, still trading. And what I thought I'd show you here also is Stokes. The opticians in that building, that huge building, which I'm still trying to figure out, wonder what it was. It must have had some kind of history to it, because it's so big. So big, it looks to me as though it could have been some kind of a hotel one time. But anyway, it's Stokes the opticians, a local company's been trading there for some years as Stokes the opticians. The old marksman here to my right. Anyway, my intention tonight is to show you a street where it's claimed to be the most lit up Christmas light street in West Bromwich. You'll find now there's a lot of Christmas lights going on now. And just over there, see this brightly lit shop now, that's a new one. It's called the US Candy King, with his overpriced sweets, no doubt. But anyway, here's the tree. The tree itself now, it's just got these white LED twinkly lights on there now, but Not many trees you see now with coloured lights, but it will have to do. Quite a nice tree, it's okay. It used to be over by the clock at one time. There's the clock just here, and that's where it used to be back in the day. Always used to be in the centre there by the clock, but now they've put it here, and this area is now known as the event square around the tree. And I think December the 6th between 5 and 7 p.m. there's a few events going on around here, so I'll just try and show you up the high street. Now it's not exactly Blackpool illuminations. There's plenty of shooting stars on the lampposts. This used to be the site of the Tower Cinema, just here. Now you've got something called the Alton Tower Supermarket. Just show you again the tree just over there. And just up Carter's Green as well. Yeah, just behind this clock, the Farley clock, there used to be, do you remember the big Wesleyan chapel that used to dominate just this area behind the clock? It was built in around 1870, and it was a Gothic style church. It never really got much of a congregation. I think it was about 1949 when it finally closed. But the building stood just around here for years afterwards. I think it was just used for warehousing. And after about 20 plus years of it being not used as a church, it was finally demolished. And just over there with all those lights on that building used to be the car showroom, Peugeot I think, but it's going to be a supermarket, I believe. Not sure what sort of supermarket it's going to be, but back in the day, you can see where that bus is, and there was the post office there. There used to be the Drill House, which was the Clock Tower restaurant. Yeah, there used to be big grocers there on the corner of there where the showroom was. That was Pawson's. Not sure if anybody remembers those. But I remember the Clock Tower restaurant though. Anyway, just over there where Carter's Green would fork here, and now that would be going to Old Meeting Street, and we're going down Dudley Street. Dudley Street back in the day was the old main route, the London to Holyhead route, so you'd be going towards London. I'll show you here the YMCA. It's a huge building. A big site, you know, it goes right over there as well, over the back. YMCA. We've got the St Andrew's Church, and I'm going to take a guess. It was props around about, so I don't know what you say about here. I'm trying to figure out exactly where anything is now. It's most impossible. Down now, just beyond there's a subway to take you across the busy roads around the island there, but there used to be something called the Carter's Green Passage, and that passage would take you right over there towards Old Meeting Street and Tyndall Street, and over that side of Old Meeting Street there'd be George Mills Travel, Coach Travel, and a pub called the Inkerman Cottage Pub, known as the Inkerman. Yeah, this was the main route to London along here, but when Thomas Telford came along, he rerouted the roads and created a better road system that went through West Bromwich, Hilltop, Holloway Bank, down into Wednesbury that way, Holyhead Road. And just as a reminder of that route to London is this milestone here just next to Cordley Street. There's two of those in West Bromwich, the other one's up the Upper High Street. Big letters there of Aldi just over there, look. Do you know what used to be there before it was Aldi? Well, it used to be the office supplier called Staples. Yeah, this is Cordley Street. Did a video up here not so long back. Guns Village at night, yeah. And it was around about here. Could be anywhere really, couldn't it? But I think it was a pub. There was a pub called the Nag's Head, which again was one of those Victorian pubs that closed in 1969. It's hard to believe that a lot of terraced houses used to be along here. So now these shell garages. Now what we've got here on Dudley Street, there used to be where Big John's was. I think it used to be, wasn't McDonald's, it was the other one, Burger King. Yeah, you got Big John's there before. Then it used to be Burger King. Burger King didn't last very long there, because this is one of the, this is a butcher's here. And this is a charity outlet called the Salvation Army Donation Centre. It used to be, was it the Labour Club? It was a club anyway. Could have been the Labour Club. But you can see it's looks like it's going to be demolished. You got West Bromwich Parkway, the metro stop, just over here on the left. It's the stop that serves the Guns Village area. Yeah, it's called Dudley Street. Let's go and have a look at the Dudley Street stop, metro stop. Used to be the old Great Western Railway line that we're crossing now, over the bridge. Closed in 1972. For the metro to open in 1999. Yeah, you can see, look, Dudley Street, Guns Village. I'll show you down there. Not many people about. The main idea tonight was to take you down the street where there's one or two houses down there that they're absolutely covered in Christmas lights. Just there we've got Jervois Street. Who remembers a pub called the Talbot? It was built in around 1870, but the Talbot was one of very few pubs that used the word hotel. It was called the Talbot Hotel. I think it was here somewhere, but it was demolished in around 1994, something like that. And a bit further on along here, I couldn't even hazard to guess really as to where he could be. I mean, he could be just over there on that corner where their new houses were, but there used to be a chandlery. I remember when I was a kid coming to see my nan in my dad's car, and we used to be driving up here from the Kings Winford area, and we'd be coming up here, and I used to see all these speedboats out on the yard. And it was only much later when I used to think, what was a chandlery doing here in West Bromwich? You know, far away from rivers and the sea and all that business. I don't know if anybody else remembers that boat shop. Just can't remember exactly where it was now. Such a long time ago. Although I think it might still have been there in the 80s, because somebody told me about the chandlery, that the shop used to help out with boats and stuff for the BBC TV series called Howard's Way. I don't know how true that was, but what's up there? Is it Billport Lane or Billet Lane? Before they built the dual carriageway. Of course, now all here now with that main road there now, and all this tree growth and that to my right. But this would all have been the gasworks, West Bromwich Gasworks, or Swan Village Gasworks, and it would dominate this site all down here. I remember seeing brick walls with pipes on the outside. There was a couple of gas holders. There's George Salter School. Built in the 30s, I think, early 30s, 32. We're looking at the moment, we're still in November, back into November now, but already we're seeing lots of Christmas decorations around now. We've said many a time it's coming earlier and earlier. We've got a row of houses now to the left. They look like about, what, 1920s, 30s. And nobody's got Christmas lights on here yet. Although we're still in the, as I said, we're still in the back end of November. And of course, all that side, as mentioned, used to be the old gasworks, Swan Lane gasworks over there. As we now approach the most festively lit street in West Bromwich, unless of course you're no different, in which case I'll go and have a look. But so far, what I've seen, this is most definitely the most festively lit houses, I should say, that I know. Anyway, if we look over there where this petrol garage was, just here on the corner used to be the Swan, as this would be known as Swan Village, just round here now. And Storage King ahead was all the Swan Village gasworks. Anyway, here we are then, and the name of the festive Christmas street is Phoenix Street. So anyway, we are indeed in Phoenix Street, and we've got, I'd say, 3 houses here, festively lit, festooned in Christmas lights, and we'll see if we can get a better look. This is John Street. Well, Phoenix Street is always a very, very busy road. You can see this one here, and it's got Merry Christmas on the front of the house. We've got strings of coloured lighting from the front of the house to the front wall. We've got snowmen and Father Christmas on the left, and flashing lights at the top of the house. And 2 doors down, 3 doors down, we've got this one that even looks more, it seems to have more lights, and seems to be a lot going on with this. The perimeter of the house, along the wall, along the side of the house and the guttering, is flashing coloured lights. We've got various little Christmas trees and stars and Santas, and what looks like a duck flashing on the left at the top. Happy Christmas or Merry Christmas is also flashing, and we've got a penguin and a moon at the top with snowmen on the garage and a sleigh on the side of the fence. We'll have a little closer look. There you go. Okay, so that's pretty festive, don't you think? Even walking sticks there just underneath the front window, and bells as well. Look. Right, let's go and take a look at a bit further up Phoenix Street. There's a pub here that used to be called the Bird in Hand, and we've got one here, perhaps not so festively lit. Nevertheless, it's got a very kind of wintry look to it. Yeah, you can see here, look, we've got underneath the guttering is flashing blue and white lighting. We got kind of flashing lights on the front window, giving the impression of snow falling. Lots of LED white lighting around the door with a reindeer on the top flashing. We got LED lights here on the side of the fence with a reindeer, and blue and white lights here along the top of this fence as well. So if you know of any houses that are more festively lit than these, then let me know and in the comments, and we'll go and check it out. Okay then folks, so there you have it. What do you think, eh? Do you think it's probably the most Christmassy lit street in West Bromwich? It certainly takes some beating, those houses, I'm sure, but I'm sure there'll be one or two others. And if I do hear about them, I'll find them and show them to you. But anyway, we'll leave it at that. And if you like the video, hit the like button and also hit subscribe and hit the notification bell for future videos. And I'll see you on the next one.